Come on, what's up? What's up? What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Better turn around. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back right now.
Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. Should you use your less lethal tool or not? It depends on the situation. If the person is unarmed and they're staring you down, what do? Let's think about this. It's a very important decision that you have to make in that situation.
Oh man. Huh?
So let's take a look at the actual video, long-term video. You see what happens here. He's got his taser and he wants to use it, but the guy's running. The guy has on a sweatshirt. It's a difficult task to use a taser in that situation. The guy turns out he's unarmed.
Come on, what's up? What's up? What's up? What you gonna do?
Now this is where it gets interesting. The officer puts his taser away. He's ready to cuff the guy. He thinks the guy's going to give up. He makes a decision not to go ahead and escalate force and try to tase him. The guy then charges and then they're grappling. And then the officer has to make a decision and ultimately he uses the taser again. He manages to get it back out. You see some of the electrodes there blowing in the wind. He actually was able to use it and I think it was able to help him in this situation. The backup officer is coming in. You'll hear him come in. There he is. And so it's a little unclear exactly what happened here, but the officer made a decision to go hand to hand and to put the taser away. That's something that I rarely see. Usually they keep it out and pointed. So that was kind of a unique situation. It's going to lead into us having a larger discussion about tasers in general. They don't often always work like this example here. Here's another example where the taser was worked. Textbook example, it worked perfectly. That's what you always think when you think about taser, but that's not exactly how it always works. Let's look at some of the statistics. I want to show you some examples here.
Turn over.
Let's talk about this study. This was a study done in 2008, so it's old. The weapons, though, are very similar to the weapons that are used today. Less lethal weapons have not changed that much. There's newer versions and newer generations, but the actual technology is basically the same. And this was a study done in Florida, and it was essentially looking at force escalation, by the officer's perception of the force, the officer's response. It was a survey that was done after incidents, and they were able to determine if the officer escalated force from the first iteration to the second iteration to the third iteration. Rarely does the person that they're dealing with get resolved in the first iteration, meaning the first thing that they try work. A lot of times it's the first thing fails, they go to the second, they go to the third. That's why I always am arguing to you about your less lethal defense, that you need to have multiple options and multiple plans, plan A, plan B, because the first iteration may not work for you. Of course, you're not a police officer. Your job is not to arrest someone. You're trying to distract and get away. So that's a little different. But the agents that they use, 5% OC, they use tasers, they use compressed air weapons for kinetic impact, and these were pepper ball launchers. They use 12-gauge beanbags and less than lethal munitions, and even using the police canine. So these are the same things that they're using today as they were using here in the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the Orlando Police Department. So most of this study was conducted in this area of Florida, in Orange County and the city of Orlando back in 2008. So just keep that in mind as we're talking about this. It is specific to a specific jurisdiction. It may or may not apply if you're in a cold weather environment. This was in Florida where it's t-shirt weather year-round. Maybe that is an important fact in this, and you may have better results or worse results depending on where you live. Now, tasers are overwhelmingly the most popular, and I still fail to completely understand why, but they are used widely in iteration 1, 2, and 3, but they do fail. And as you can see here, they have a failure rate. Either they miss, there's baggy clothes, the probe came loose, the wire broke, or the suspect grabbed the electrodes and pulled them out, or there's just a malfunction, or the cartridge fell off, So various reasons. Most of the time, 59% of the time, it was effective in iteration 1. 68% of the time, it was effective in iteration 2, and 81% by the third time. So the third time is the charm. But there's a lot of reasons why it can fail. 10% of the time, you miss. So there's a lot of reasons. Baggy clothes can contribute to that, a certain percentage of the time. Now, when you look at that and you compare that to all the less lethal tools that they had available, you can see that tasers were among the most effective. Chemical agents were very close behind at 64%, but you can see that physical compliance, takedowns, empty-handed skills, those were low yield, 16% effective. Takedown 41%. So those are less effective than tasers and chemicals. So using electrical, using chemical, these are providing value and a benefit. And you can see how in iteration 1, iteration 2, the percentages get a little higher as you go to the second try. But this is why tasers are popular. But you can see that they are not 100%. They do have a failure rate. And I think that's important to consider. And considering that failure rate, I want to show you a couple more examples where the taser was used, but it was insufficient to stop the person, and the officers had to force escalate and go beyond less lethal. Let's look at a few more of those.
Because I asked you to.
No.
Okay.
For what? What did I do?
Because I told you to.
What did I do?
Well, you passed a counterfeit dollar bill back.
What, man?
Dispatch, I'm flight 1 behind Ingram. Put your hands behind your back. 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 Do it now. Put your hands behind your back. Get on your stomach. Oh, fuck. Shots fired. Shots fired. Dispatch, I've been shot. Give me a medic. You're good. I'm behind 609 Ingram. I've been shot. I've been fired. I returned fire. I need medics and I need crews, please.
I want to take fuck out! Take it! Put it down, girl. I want to see you. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Dave, we just want to help you. Put the scissors down right now. Put the scissors down. Put the scissors down right now. Scissors down. If you step one forward, I will shoot you. Just one more. Put the scissors down. Put them down. Put the scissors down. Don't move. Don't move. Put the scissors down. Put the scissors down. Hey. One move forward. One step. One step. You will get shot. One step. One step. Drop the scissors. Drop the scissors.
All right, so you can see this type of work, dealing with these type of people, is not for the faint of heart. Using a taser as iteration number 1 is not always guaranteed to work for you. So have some other options and have other less lethal tools in place. And if you need to escalate to lethal force, escalate to lethal force. Do not hold back, because the criminal is not going to let back either. They're going to be coming at you, and you really have to defend yourself these days. Be safe out there, everybody. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.